The candidates were interviewed today, and of course the president is pressed for time. The deadline may also be confirmed the 19th of December. Let's have a look at some other news this evening. Well, former ANC MP Vytjie Mentor has backtracked following some of the statements that she made at the state capture inquiry. Well, her lawyers have written a letter to Justice Raymond Zondo, the chairperson of the state capture inquiry, saying that their client had made an error. Well, this relates to her alleging that she had been introduced to Duduzane Zuma by Fana Hlongwane. Her lawyers say that after viewing the images of Hlongwane on the internet, she realized that she made a mistake. Well, Mentor now wants to apologise to Hlongwane. Well, SABC senior reporter Mzwandile Mbeje joins us on the line for more on this. Very good evening to Mzwandile. Let's just have a look specifically at how this has put credibility into Vytjie Mentor's testimony that she gave at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry.
Thank you very much, Shante. This indeed has tended to put huge pressure in terms of the commission and the evidence and the witnesses really that will come before it. Whilst I cannot say conclusively that it may have tainted her evidence, but of course it has done, I guess, some damage. Remember, even during her testimony, there were issues really which maybe were basic that tended to contradict themselves. When she first spoke about Fana Hlongwane, she referred to Fana Hlongwane as Brian Hlongwa. So at the very early stages, and remember, she has also pinned this in her book. So really, given this kind of mistake, and really it will put perhaps some doubt. But of course, we can't say conclusively if it's totally damaging to the commission.
Yeah, definitely. One would also imagine what would have happened if this letter did not leak. Essentially, in the letter or the response from her party there, it was a letter that was sent to Deputy Chief Justice Zondo, and it was obviously for him, within the rules of the commission, to decide how he would deal with the matter. This was said by Tsekhopala, who was speaking on behalf of Ms. Mentor from Weber Wenzel. One would imagine if this wasn't leaked and we didn't find out about this.
Yesterday, there were applications, remember, at the commission, because people who were supposed to testify yesterday and today, by the way, today was supposed to be Ms. Mentor, who was supposed to have taken the stand. But the legal team for the commission really brought an application which had been brought by Ms. Mentor to say there were few issues they had discovered during the investigation. So before they could give Ms. Mentor an opportunity to conclude her evidence in chief, they wanted to alert her to some of these issues. So as a result, I think the judge was very careful to say it would be in the interest of justice really to give her a fair opportunity, because if they went ahead without her being given that kind of opportunity. And I think why this happened, Shante, remember, during her evidence, there were a few discrepancies here and there. The issue of the flights of coming to Johannesburg to meet the Guptas, that issue, for example, was actually never properly clarified. So the commission needed to check that one out. And, of course, the issue of the Hlongwa versus Hlongwane. So, and the judge was very clear to say everyone must have a very good opportunity to clarify these issues, because it could have serious consequences.
Definitely. While we do have you on the line, Mzwandile, just very, very quickly, let's just talk about Zuma's application to have some of the corruption charges against him drop.
Well, it's been clear for some time that, after he was recharged, remember, after almost 10 years, it would really not be easy for him perhaps to go through this process. We have seen him challenging various aspects of this legal case as it was continuing. So with the permanent stay, I'm sure everyone expected that the case has been before court for quite a number of, for quite a long time. I mean, if someone, there's always this saying is to say people must be given justice quite quickly. I mean, if it has dragged this long, you would feel you have been prejudiced. I think that's how he perhaps will frame his argument as he sees the permanency of prosecutions in his case.
Thank you very much for giving us some of the details there. SABC's senior reporter Mzwandile Mbeje just giving us more details. All right, Vytjie Mentor's letter that was written to the Commission of Inquiry is stating that she had erred in bringing Fana Hlongwane's name into it, as well as our reporter there just giving us more details around the former president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma's application to have the stay out of prosecution. We'll take a short